So at the top of your, let's call it shopping list of things that you'd like to change, what would be the biggest impact?
In terms of using technology, I think it's about using actually existing technologies for customers, particularly for repairs and maintenance, but also just from the human experience. So, I do all my banking on my phone. Why can't I do all of my transactions with my housing association on the phone in a way that I know that the software behind that is actually doing the work for you? It's not just spitting out stuff on Post-it notes and somebody then is just sitting there with Post-it notes being fired at them at 100 miles an hour because the front end looks lovely, but the back end isn't great. And some of that gamification of what we do as well. I think we are starting to do it. Some others are starting to do it. Just being able to see your contractor coming down the street that's coming to fix your tap gives you that confidence as a customer. It's going to get done. Makes for much more reassurance and customer satisfaction, but it makes it much cheaper because they don't phone us every hour to say, where are they? And we have to then phone them and check where they are. Just using existing technologies and getting that right for the customer. I don't think it's terribly big and scary for us. I think the technologies are there. It's just about using that. Maybe that comes back to collaboration and the critical mass to be able to do it though.
It's funny actually, Mark, because 30 years ago, what you've just said would be gobbledygook.
Probably still is now. Yeah.
No. What I mean is that you're talking at the highest level in a housing association about the way in which you can improve your business through smart technologies.
Mm.
It's not technology isn't the panacea of everything, but if you get it right,
yeah,
then you've got a really good opportunity to make a very, very frictionless business.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think it's just having that insight. And I think certainly what I do reckon is just the capacity and intelligence within the organization now to say, this is how you do it. I think we've tended to we'll do it all ourselves, or we'll buy a specific, we'll customize it to death so that when the team then leave, nobody's got a clue on how to make even the most minor of changes to the software that you have. And I think the integrator stuff, which is kind of a bit over my head in terms of how it works, other than it works, just to integrate all the technologies, allow you to buy stuff off the shelf now, and it then hooks back into your systems back in the organization. I think the ego has kind of gone from that side of things, but the intelligence has grown exponentially. And I guess the products and stuff, the software and things that are out there to buy have grown incredibly exponentially over time as well, of course.
What could technology providers do to better themselves with housing associations?
I think technology providers could actually potentially play a role in this kind of agglomeration and collaboration part as well. So I guess providers will have seen the different cultures and different kinds of organizations that they're working with. And actually, potentially if both sides recognize the value in collaboration, perhaps there's a two-sided approach to this where providers can also start to come together to look at what that kind of best solution for us all might be, and to be very open in the kind of design of systems, rather than saying, here's something, do you want to buy it, yes or no, and by the way, it'll cost you a fortune if you want to adapt it, is to have something that's a bit more right for the sector.